can't beat the Champions League music. You just can't beat it. Big up to you, lads. Big up to everyone. Big up to Daniel. Big up to CFC Steven. Big up to Football Style. And I think it's Wissam. Not Wasim, Wissam. Big up to you, Football Style. Big up to you, Daniel Crane, Fabio Silva, Luke. We missed you in the last stream. Big up to everyone. Big up to you all. Champions League night. Chelsea against Juventus in Turin. What a night. What a night it's going to be. Today I'm going to be streaming for an hour, 15 minutes just before the game kicks off. Good morning declared. It's actually evening, but I know it's probably early hours for you, mate. Good morning to you. What's that? The intro. Yeah, listen. It's gonna be exciting. I'm waiting for the lineups to be officially announced. I have been sent a lineup by CFC Steven, which is exactly the same one we predicted, but it has Alonso in it. So I need to double check. No, I can't do a watch along. I'm sorry, Fabio. I'm sorry, I can't do a watch along. It's gonna cause me some technical issues because I have the way my setup is done. I can't literally do it just yet. I might do one in the future, but right now I can't do it. I do apologize, Fabio. AA2370, big up to you. Mohammed, big up to you. Kasim, big up to you. Dennis, big up to you. How you all doing tonight, guys?
Yo, 3 points. Come on. Fire it up,
Bobby, welcome to the stream. Bobby, how you doing, my man?
Hey, Mo. Hi, guys. Hi. I just come in and seen you're active, so...
Yeah, listen, I wasn't going to stream because I wanted to do the post-match after the game. But I thought to myself, you know what, I got a stream today, so since I can't do it after the game, I might as well do it before the game. So I'm just waiting for the official announcement for the teams.
Can I big up Kasim and Couch?
Go ahead.
We had a good session on Jem's platform. Really good.
Are you finished work, Bobby? Did you finish work?
Yeah, I'm home now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's all good. So you guys, I love you guys. You're top guys.
You're a top man, mate. You're a top man. Honest.
Fantastic. I've sent Jim a link, so if he does come on, if he does have time, he'll probably jump on. Yeah, Ziyech and Havertz have been confirmed to start, but I've also seen people saying Alonso starting. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Andon, big up. Allman, big up. Starting 11. We're waiting. Morata's not playing for them. Morata and Dybala were injured. They're injured. But listen, lads, I think it's in the next 10 minutes we're going to get the official announcement for the squads. Yeah. So I just want to hear from the boys. How you all feeling? How you all? I know it's the last hour before kickoff is a little bit of a tense one. But tell me how you're feeling.
Shall I start?
Go ahead.
You start, Bobby. Go on.
Guys, as I said before on the other stream, I have no fear. I just think everything is down to Chelsea, what we do. If we decide to do what we did on Sunday and play with unfit players, which I don't think we will, it could be a problem. But if we get out there and play our game and press them as well, because I don't think they're going to be able to stand good old English Premier League pressing. I think they're beatable. I really do. They're a very good team. Can't underestimate them. But I think we can sort them out. If we do what we're meant to do, what we can do, even without Kante and Mount and Pulisic, we can sort them out.
Yeah, we need a good start, Mo. We need a good start.
Yeah.
Apparently,
for the first time in over 2 decades, we're playing without a single Englishman in the team. Apparently, Matt Law has been tweeted about that. So I think it was 1998 last time that happened. We played without a single Englishman in the team. So no Ben Chilwell. We know Mason Mount is out. We know Reece James is out. Loftus-Cheek, does that mean he's not starting? Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess.
You know what worries me the most?
Go on.
I mean, it sounds like a small thing, but like we don't have a right-footed set piece taker if that lineup is correct. We have 3 attackers that are all left-footed. Like, who's going to be taking set pieces from the right side? Maybe, I guess...
Alonso.
No,
Lukaku's left-footed.
Alonso's
left-footed.
Alonso's left-footed. But
Lukaku, Alonso take all. You remember when they play last time around?
Yeah, he's not issue that.
Alonso's left-footed. He's talking about right.
He's doing... It's in-swingers and out-swingers.
He took all yes, he did.
So set piece from the right side. Let's say set piece from the right side. We're going to use a left-footer there.
Yeah, I don't think it's an issue there.
He did it against Aston Villa. Which game did Havertz? Lukaku?
Depends.
Last game, the game.
Mohammed, it depends. It depends what kind of free kick it is. If it's a shot on target, then he's got to be a right footer. If it's a cross into the box, you can go either way. You can go left foot or right footer. But if you're gonna take a shot, you need Mason Mount to be in there to be taking that free kick. But I think Lukaku can also take shots on good free kicks. I think
he does outside the box.
Again, a left footer though, right? Like we're sort of on the left side. He's left-footed. Yeah,
left foot.
Yeah, Lukaku left foot. Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you guys. When we played the last time we played, all 4 of them were on the pitch. Alonso is the one that took Alonso was the one that took all the free kicks, all corners.
You see what I'm saying, though, right, Mo? Yeah. Mo, you see what I'm saying? The problem is, all right. You see what the problem is, though, right?
Yeah.
No. Because if we're taking a set piece from the right side, you don't want a left footer taking that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You got a free kick. You want a right footer there, right?
Who can do it? I mean, who do we have?
I guess it's Kovačić, maybe Azpilicueta. I don't know, but there's so many left
Kova is not good at it. The only set piece taker we had on the squad, I think, is the fullbacks, Mason Mount, Cho, like free kick takers. They're the one that take the corners and whatever, and Alonso. We don't have anybody else.
So weird. This lineup's weird for me.
No, Ziyech does it.
Yeah, left footer.
Yeah, left foot.
Yeah, that's what I say. Do you know what I'm concerned about? I'm not concerned about that whatsoever. I'm concerned if Ben Chilwell's not starting. He's an underlying issue.
We have the starting lineup. We have the starting lineup, and it's exactly what CFC Steven said. I'll put it on the screen in 1 second. It's exactly what CFC Steven just said.
That's a detail to me I don't like, man. Anyways, we'll see.
Alonso's playing. This is the lineup, lads. So it's Mendy, Christensen, Silva, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Jorginho, Kovačić, Alonso, Havertz, Lukaku, and Ziyech. That's our starting lineup.
Wow. Mo, that doesn't surprise me too much. I know the bench will have the likes of Loftus-Cheek, probably even Barkley. I'm really upset with Matt Law. I think what he has focused on is unnecessary. This is why we have a problem. Why would he say that? Christensen is a Chelsea boy.
Yeah.
He came through our academy. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you even mention that? Does it matter? I don't like those. I really don't like.
Azpilicueta has been here for 7 seasons, 8 seasons.
I agree, Bobby. I really agree.
Yeah. Nine season. This is his
10th season. There you go. So, I mean, what?
But why is it a big deal? Bobby's got a point. Why is it a big deal?
No, it's not a big deal. I think he's just trying to talk statistically speaking. I think that's what Manlaw's. I mean, this is the trying to avoid the conspiracy theories. Will say that he's trying to just talk in a statistical mindset. Since 1998, this is the first time that Chelsea have fielded an all-foreign player. But it's not really an all-foreign player because, like you said, Christensen has been here since the academy. So, I think he may even have a British passport, Christensen.
He qualified for England if he wanted to.
Yeah. If he wants to play for England, yeah.
I just think Matt Law is a bit of an a-hole. You know, a lot of us are as English as the next man, but we don't even look at these things.
PG-13, Bobby. Just
sorry. Anyway, we move on. It's not even worth wasting any time on
lads.
I'm a little bit worried now. If we lose this game,
talk to me. This lineup. This is the same lineup we predicted yesterday. Alonso, and we had a debate between Havertz and Werner who would be starting, because the rest is what we thought would be the case. We thought that maybe Loftus-Cheek might play. We thought that if Thiago Silva was injured, Christensen, Chalobah kind of scenario. But this is what we predicted that Tuchel would go for. Now we've seen it. I want to know what you guys think in respect to our chances. And people in the chat, specifically CFC Steven, if you find out, or just let me know the moment that the Juventus lineup is out, so I can bring that on the screen as well. Lads, this is the formation. This is the lineup. Tell me what you think we're going to be doing tonight.
Oh man, it's a tough call. I will say this: Havertz has to have a really big game. He has to be every bit that 70 million pound player that we bought, and I'm hoping that we see that today. We need servicing. That's going to be the key. If we can score one early, I think we stand a good chance of winning. But we need servicing, and that's going to be obviously on like Havertz, Ziyech, Alonso. We need to service Lukaku. That's the only thing I'm concerned about, if we're going to be getting enough opportunities inside their box to take an opportunity. Lads, other than that, it's a Champions League. It's a Champions League game. There's nothing easy. Yeah, go ahead.
Cash, talk to me about this. The fact that Kai Havertz has not scored for a little bit. There's a lot of talk about him needing to score more goals. Where do you stand on that?
I don't necessarily need him to score as much as be influential on the pitch. Like, if he's going to be influential, if he's going to be like, the guy that kind of like, and again, maybe not his natural role being the setup man, as Mo alluded to a couple days ago, and I agree with that. But I just need him to be influential, be somebody that we can use as a conduit for our attack. If he's not going to do anything of that, if he's just going to take the ball, then release it, and not put the defense under any pressure, then it's a problem for me. All
right. Listen, this is the Juventus team. This is the Juventus team. Max Burton, welcome to the stream. This is the Juventus team. You have Szczesny in goal. Hi, Max. Szczesny in goal. Danilo, Pinucci,
that's good. He's
Alexandro, Rabiot, that guy. Locatelli, Cuadrado, Bernardeschi, and Chiesa.
4-3-3.
That's an attacking setup, lads. It's an attacking setup.
It's an unpredictable attack.
Yeah, it's an attacking setup.
Very unpredictable. They're going to try and press us, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, they're going to press us now.
We always said they'll either play deep or they'll try and press us. Let them try.
Is Danilo a hold? He's a holding mid, right?
Danilo's a right back.
He's a right back.
Danilo's the one who used to play for Man City.
Right.
He's a versatile. He can play left back or right back, but he's
okay. So
predominantly right back.
Are you guys seeing 4-3-3 there?
I think so. No, he could be 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1.
Juventus play 4-4-2, mate. Juventus play 4-4-2.
Yeah, but they don't really have any recognized strikers there.
They switch. They're gonna be switching. They're gonna be switching between the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-3-3. Just watch out.
Boogeyman, welcome to the stream.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm just going to listen for now, man. Because
Boogeyman, did you see the Chelsea setup? Did you see it?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. Ziyech.
Yeah, Ziyech and Alonso. Havertz and Alonso, Ziyech, and it's pretty much what we picked yesterday, apart from Alonso and Havertz.
Yeah, I'm still a little surprised that Chilwell is no. I don't know what he's doing at the training, but
it's an underlying issue.
I have to trust Tuchel on that one, I guess. So I'm a little disappointed that Ruben is not in the starting lineup, but because I think we just using Kovačić and Jorginho. But other than that, I'm okay. And the other thing is that I think it was a couch critic that said something like, we have 3 players up front that are all left-footed. Maybe the entire game is going to be shit on the left.
We're a little bit light on right footers. Listen, people in the chat, this is a quick stream. We're literally going to be going until 10 to 8. So 10 minutes before kickoff, we're going to end the stream. So we have another 50 minutes. I am going to give you all a chance to come in and give us your thoughts before kickoff. We are currently sitting on 36 likes. If we can get 50 likes, I will put the link in the stream, in the chat, and I'll give you all a couple of minutes to come on and give me your thoughts. So hit that like button and let's get to 50.
I like to hear something quick, if possible. Just go by each Juventus, especially the strikers and the 3 strikers. And Guardado, I know him. He used to play for Chelsea, right? And then let Bobby, Max, and Mo, the top one, say something about them, because I seem like those know a lot about Juventus. Me, I haven't been following Juventus. I just want to have a general idea. You can say César, Bobby says something, Max says something, and the other more people that know about Juventus say something. I just want to.
They're not great at the moment. I'll just go first.
Sorry.
At the moment,
Max. Go on, Max.
They're going through like a rebuild. At the moment, because they just about creeped into the top 4 last season. I think they're currently lying at about 11th this season, and even with their first 11, they haven't quite clicked as a team as yet. But as you all know, César, he can be on his day, he's good, and they've got a couple of other players who are a bit inconsistent. On their day, they can be devastating, but they haven't had a lot of good days of late. So I'm hoping that today's one of the days that most of their players has an off day.
All right, those of you who are in the know, I've heard this dude is very, very dangerous. Is that right? Bernardeschi.
Who?
Bernardeschi.
No, he's unpredictable. That's the thing I'm worried about right now.
It's inconsistent.
Yes, the thing is, if he has a good day, you will think he's the next coming of Gianfranco Zola. Yes, that's what the thing is. I was hoping they will bring in Moise Kean. The players I was hoping for them to play, they've changed it. They switched it totally. So this team they play today is very unpredictable. If I tell you that they're gonna be useless, I'm lying. If I tell they're gonna be brilliant, I'm lying. The 3 attackers they have, very, very unpredictable. They can score out of nothing.
Yeah, and you know why I think they've gone. Sorry, you know why I think they've gone with this lineup as well, because those 3, they probably watched Man City and the way they pressed us. They are going to press us. Those 3 are quite mobile. And they'll press us really hard.
Listen, Kasim, don't worry about it. People are going to try.
I am, Bobby.
Let them try. I've watched this Juventus team, and their strength is really hitting counter-attack. And they're not going to play that today. So that's going to be interesting. And their biggest weakness is a lack of pace in defense. So they can do whatever they want to do. Our problem is make sure that we play our game well, and we will beat them.
Yeah, but
listen, lads,
Max, we have a problem. You know why? Sorry.
Hold on. Jem, big up to you. Welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, guys. How we doing? Sounds like we're having a crazy one. What's going on?
We are. We're debating. We're debating Juventus. We're debating Juventus and what to expect. Before I let Mo continue, people, you are 3 likes away from the lines being open to the general public, and I'll give you a couple of minutes each to give me your thoughts. So make sure we hit them 50 likes, and I'll open the lines. Mo, you were talking about Bernardeschi.
Yeah, as I think Chelsea, if we played well our game, we should win 3-0. But the problem I am worried about is because of they play on unpredictable forward line today. Any of them can shoot from anywhere. Okay, that's one thing, and they're very single-minded as well. Okay, it's different from the players they've been playing when the season started. They've not played all 3 of these without a striker this season. They've been playing with Dybala or Morata or Moise Kean. This is the first time they've played with these 3 or 4 players attacking totally. So that's individually, if they have a good day, it's a problem. And the other thing I'm worried about, I was hoping that because of their defense is slow, De Ligt is very slow, Vanucci is slow, Danilo is headless chicken. So I was hoping that we play somebody with space that frighten their defense. And today we're playing 3 players that don't run. So technically, unless this our 3 attackers play very well, their defense is not going to have a hard time if we don't run.
Mohammed,
I predicted 3-0, but we have
Mohammed,
to play with
you made
pace.
a point there. You said that this is the first time they're playing without a striker, but you mentioned Morata.
Yeah.
Surely when Morata plays, they're playing without a striker. sorry, I had to get that one in.
Yeah, no, that's a win for us.
I'm a bit disappointed with our front line, guys. We haven't got like a base in the front, you know, Callum Hudson-Odoi or Werner. Disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that
So what about the midfield?
That's been happening over the past few games. I mean, you know, Pulisic is out. He doesn't show a lot of faith in Callum. Timo Werner has come in, but both times that Timo Werner was given an opportunity, he wasn't being given that linking player.
Yeah.
Listen, I wanna bring in some people from the chat because I'm giving them 10 minutes. So I'm gonna bring in Easy Smoke, and then I'll bring in Mass Access. And I know Mass Access is gonna be talking about Alonso, but we'll wait for him. Easy Smokes, welcome to the stream. Give me your thoughts, mate.
Hi guys. I do believe that Chelsea will win 2-0, and I'm happy to see Ziyech in the team with alongside Ziyech.
Ziyech.
Yeah, Ziyech. And I strongly believe that Chelsea will play.
Break it up. I can't hear you, Easy. Hello? Easy, I've lost you, mate. I've lost you. Easy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you were saying Ziyech, and then I lost your audio. So can you just repeat that, please?
Yeah, I'm saying Lukaku will score the winner tonight. So
Lukaku will score the winner tonight. All right. Well,
yes.
Hopefully you're right. Easy Smokes, thank you for coming on, mate. We might talk
big up, guys.
in the post match. Cheers, mate. Take care.
Cool,
Easy
guys.
Smoke.
Cool. Bye.
All right. Mass Access. Welcome to the stream. Give me your thoughts, mate.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I actually think there will not be too much goals in the match. Maybe 1-0 to whichever side. But of course, I'm a Chelsea fan, so I support my team though. 1-0.
1-0, brilliant. That's what I predicted yesterday. Big up to you. Mass Access. Yeah. One quick question, and I want a 30 seconds answer, not longer than 30 seconds. How do you feel about Ben Chilwell not starting and Marcus Alonso starting? Because I know you have a lot to say about that. I'll give you 30 seconds.
If I should say what I want in a player for that wing, I want a little of Chilwell and a little of Alonso combined in one person.
All right, brilliant.
That's what I want.
Fantastic. Perfect. I agree 100%. Mass Access, thank you very much. We'll talk later. Have a good one.
Peace out.
Take care, brother. Peace out, brother. Yeah. Peace out. All right, I got Declared coming on. Declared, welcome to the stream. How you doing, my man?
What's going on? Happy to say hi to everyone here. Having a bit of fun.
Good.
Big up to you.
Yeah, I wish I had a nap, man. I'm gonna be tired for this game. I think it better not be a boring game. I'm gonna fall asleep.
Big up.
I came here to take notes for you, mate.
Are you optimistic? Declared. Be honest.
Yeah. Just because you looked at that lineup, they're not gonna score. Where are they gonna get off? Where's the goals coming from?
Keza?
You mentioned long shots. All right, take all the long shots you want. I think Mendy will pluck them out. I think our defense can be solid. I don't see us losing. I think the worst case scenario here is a draw.
Do you see us scoring?
Yeah, and I think that's why Alonso is a good threat. Maybe not defensively, but he's going to give us another element of scoring at least.
All right, declared fantastic. I hope the game is enticing and interesting and energetic enough to keep you awake. And
yes,
we'll speak later. Cheers, mate. Take care of yourself.
Thanks
for coming.
See you guys. Have fun.
See you later. Cheers. Bye. Bye. All right, we've got Alex CFC in the stream. Welcome to you. How you doing, my man?
I'm good. How are you guys? All good?
We're good. Listen. everyone on here is a panelist, so the stream is now open. Discuss it, debate it. I really want to hear what Jem has to say, because I know Jem isn't too keen on Ziyech, but tell me what you're feeling right now, Jem.
I'm waiting for a performance. I'm still waiting, So it's like
if Ziyech was to score today, would you change your opinion on him?
No.
Brilliant.
I have that same rule for all of them. I want consistency. I want consistency from my players. So look, Alonso starts. I still don't get it. I'm sorry. I still don't get why Chilwell is not starting this game. It doesn't make no sense to me. People say offensively he's very good. Chilwell's offensively very good, and he can defend, and he's got pace, and he's going up against Chiesa. So for me, I just prefer to see Chilwell win this game or not. I know everyone's very confident about us winning tonight, and I've seen the formation and the setup from Juve themselves, and I think we still have to be sceptical, if you want my honest opinion. People saying how are they going to score? They could easily score from set pieces. They're big enough to score from set pieces. I think with Gullit, Bonucci as well, that they're always going to be threats in the air. Then they've got Bernardesi, who's a very good player on his day. We have to be careful with him as well. And it only takes one night like this for them to switch their season around, and it happened. Am I confident that we can beat them? Yeah, but I still think we have to play to a certain level to do that. I don't think we can play half-heartedly or under par and think we can get away with winning. I don't see that happening tonight. We're going to have to be on our game. We're going to have to move the ball quickly. We're going to have to defend properly, get back into shape very quickly when we haven't got the ball. I do think that they're going to concede a lot of the time the ball to us. I think we will have more of the ball than them. It's just that when they get the ball, it will be interesting to see how they're planning to play against us offensively. Will they play counter football? I mean, looking at the three up front, I feel like they're going to alternate a lot. So you're going to see them doing a lot of switching around. It's going to be interesting because Chiesa's a very good player. Let's remember that he's a very, very good player, and I don't worry too much in terms of the pace element of it. Them trying to get behind us, because I think Rudiger and Christensen have got enough of that. It's just us being switched on because they only need one little chance outside the box or in front of goal. If we don't shut the ball down quick enough, they can hurt you. So we just got to turn up and play our game. If we do that, we can win. But we need to be on our game today.
Agreed. Lads, I'm not gonna ask you to come in. Whoever has a comment can go right ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, the dangerous thing is for us to try to adapt our game to Juventus. Let's go there and play as a EPL teams, like physically running at them, and they like slow paces. That's the only reason why we won the Champions League last year, because we were lucky that we play against a lot of teams from La Liga and even from Portugal. So those teams, they're technical with the ball, but because of our pace and our physicality, we beat them. We end up beating them. So we go to Juventus, know all those things about passing around. It's just physical run at them, and we should be able to win this game. Let's not change our shape. Right now we have 3 strikers. Let's keep them there to stretch the game. Our 2 wing back, Alonso and who is the Aspi is not really the one that hooked that line too much. But let's just open the game in the middle, giving a lot of space to Kovačić and Jorginho to manipulate and dispatch those balls. And hopefully Lukaku provides some sort of a pressing game when we need to press or when we need to at least prevent them to start a counter attack, because Lukaku seems to really lack when it comes to that. He just doesn't know how to position himself, at least to make some sort of pressing on whoever has the ball. He always lost anyways. But so my point is this: we need to play our game, and we should be able to win this game. As soon as we try to modify anything, then Juventus will have a chance to take a point from us. So
one thing you're missing there. Yeah, we're missing 2 of our vital players for that sort of type of game that you want, and that's Mason Mount and N'Golo Kante, because they are
100%. But Max, what I'm going to say about that, and I think this is not a stream to say it, but either Lukaku adapt himself a little to our way of playing, or either we adapt to Lukaku, and I just don't think Tuchel has figured that out yet, because it just Lukaku is the I mean, we need to play the way we used to play, like last season. But we need someone to score goals. So Tuchel need to find a fine line between those two things. Lukaku, at least his positioning. And I saw Havertz and Ziyech can press. Because what is going to happen today is Ziyech has no mentor. Ziyech is not the type of person that will say, okay, I didn't receive this pass. I didn't make this pass properly. Let me keep going. No. He always spends 5 or 10 seconds, get mad and then get back to the game. By that time, the ball is not close to him, and we get score on, or we are in a danger now. So Ziyech is always taking time to manage his emotions. So my problem is this. If Lukaku is not positioning himself good, and Ziyech also not positioning himself good, then we have problem in the midfield. So I think Tuchel need to talk to Lukaku or get Lukaku to do the pressing also.
There was a comment in one of my streams a few days back, and someone said the addition of Lukaku, has that hindered our chance creation because we are now creating less.
Everybody in this panel will say yes to that kind of question.
Yeah, and the thing is this, Boogeyman. The thing is this: how do we address that? Because last season we were creating a ton, we weren't converting, but we were creating a ton. This season we are not creating as much, and the only change that we're seeing is we now have an out striker. So how do we address that? And I want to hear from you guys. I mean, what could Tuchel do to be able to keep Lukaku in the team, but also create more chances? I mean, I want to hear some answers rather than us just pointing out the problem. Give me some answers, lads. What should Tuchel do?
Yeah, Lukaku should be adapting himself to our game. If he managed to do that, he's a professional. He's a top-level professional. He needs to get himself into the way we play. His positioning, if he cannot chase the ball, at least his positioning is the key. Position yourself to allow the two Mount, if Mount is there, Havertz when Havertz is there, or even when Werner is there, to properly press. When you are pretty much in a position where nobody can press, because most of the time Mount press. But at the end of the day, we remember that game against Leicester when Mount take the ball out of from Ndidi, or Ndidi is the Nigeria guy, and score. It's because if you see the position of the other two, it was under Lampard or something. If you see the position of Tammy pretty much prevent Ndidi to find anybody to pass the ball to. That's why Mount pressed, and it was good press. But this time, Mount press and Lukaku is nowhere. Lukaku doesn't give that cover. That's the problem we have.
Mount is not playing today.
I know, but I'm just saying that.
Jem. Let's move to Jem. Go on, Jem.
I think we're getting to a point now where we have to start allowing whoever the three are to play together. I think we need to start seeing more.
Alex, mute your mic. Alex, mic. Mute Alex. Go on, Jim.
I feel like we need to see more of a relationship, or sort of a relationship built up between three and stick with them for a little while, rather than continuously keep rotating. And I know that we're having the issue. We know what the issue is. There's no consistency from Ziyech, Havertz, Mount, Werner, whoever it is that's playing behind Lukaku. But it's getting to the point now where the only way we're going to get them to sort of work together and actually, sort of maybe find some chemistry is by having game time and actually playing together more consistently. So I'm thinking that Tuchel needs to start, and rather than keep rotating to every blooming game, try and stick with your three, whoever that is, whoever he thinks is the three in his head that he wants to, just stick with them and see how they get on. Give them a couple of games playing together and see if Lukaku can build a relationship and adapt with the two that are behind him. Maybe the issue we've got with Lukaku is that maybe, I'm not saying he's confused, but maybe he can't. We're not, because we're always switching the person behind him, and that person behind him is always different in their ability. It's hard for him to sort of have any build up any sort of sustainability with that person, because there's they're not the same player. Do you know what I mean? If you look at direct player, and then you've got Timo Werner, who's a runner, Havertz, who's a runner, and Mason Mount, who likes to play a lot deeper and link up play. So maybe he just needs to play with a certain two and allow him time to work with them rather than just keep switching them around. I don't know. That's one way.
Couch. Your audio is underwater. Your audio is all over the place. Couch, I can't hear you.
Sounds like Darth Vader, man.
Darth Vader or something.
Yeah, I agree with everything you guys said. But one thing that we missing is, do you know, out of all the front guys, Lukaku is the one that's created chance for every single one of them. None of them have created a single chance for him. He created a chance for Havertz a few times. Even Werner, when Werner came on against Tottenham, Mount the same thing. Even against Arsenal, he's the only one creating for them. They're not creating for him. So Lukaku is the issue. Sorry.
No. Lukaku is not the issue. Jem
no, is the issue when it comes to pressing.
Maybe. But listen, one thing you have to have when you have a striker is you have to have what's the word here? Chemistry. You need to have chemistry with the players around you. You know, there was two players that I used to really enjoy watching growing up, and I know these are rival players. But do you guys remember Andy Cole?
Cole, yeah.
Exactly, yeah, Cole and
Good Johnson and
we had
two.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Good Johnson and Hasselbank we had.
But they weren't as good. They weren't as good as those two. Dwight York and Andy Cole, for me. The chemistry that these guys had, it's like, you know, they were reading, you know, each other's thoughts. They had telepathy, literally. You know, it's like playing FIFA. But, you know,
I disagree with you there. I think Good Johnson and Hasselbank were as good.
They were the best players.
Maybe. The point we're trying to make is we need to have that kind of chemistry in today's team, in today's Chelsea. Because for us right now, Lukaku is the finisher. He's the finisher. So who do we put with him who can click with him, who can connect with him and start creating and start scoring? Because that's what we're missing right now.
Can I tell you guys one person? I know I've been saying it forever. Let me tell you one thing. You remember when Rubin was playing with Hazard? Rubin can do that. If he's close to Lukaku, he will pass to him where he want it, how he want it. He's the only guy in that team that can do it.
Mo, I was going to say that the solution to Lukaku is one that we haven't seen yet on the pitch. And I was going to say it's going to probably be Ruben.
He's the only one that can pass to you where you want it.
We need Bobby and Mohamed to be our strikers because they have that connection, man. They have that connection.
Yeah, I'm with them on that one as well. That's the guy I was going to mention.
Yeah, right.
And I mentioned him yesterday as well.
You're number 10. You're the number 10, man. 2 number 9s and you're the number 10.
I mean, this Lukaku situation, I think it's down to Tuchel. Tuchel needs to figure this out.
I agree with you on that.
But it's still early in the season, you know what I mean? We're still in September.
Like even if you look at like PSG, like this team at PSG, they didn't really play with an out and out number 9. So he hasn't really played out and out number 9 striker football in a number of years, probably back to like Aubameyang, if you want to consider him an out and out striker.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's great. It's just the
movement,
fact
right? We're talking about movement.
Yeah,
like
it's just the fact that
moving him around and like, you know, dropping into pockets and stuff like that. He's not that kind of striker. Let's just be honest. He's not that kind of striker.
As fans, which is what we got to get away from as well. I do get it because it's the easy answer for everything. Is we always look for someone that someone hasn't played with. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. This one, that one. We've done it with Timo Werner. We've seen Timo Werner. Now it's no, we don't Timo Werner. We want Ruben.
But we've seen them all, though. That's the thing, though, right? Like, we've seen them all.
We can't keep just picking players that haven't played with someone and going, "That's the answer." That is the answer. That's you get what I'm saying. It's chemistry, like what Mo said.
No, I think.
I'm not saying it's the answer. But...
I think we don't have someone like Grealish, and I think that's what we're missing.
Yeah, but I don't think so.
That's just what Jeb said. He said, let's work with people that we have. Why are we trying? Yeah. Now you're talking about players in a different team. Listen, what we need to do.
But we don't have people. We don't have that 100%.
Lukaku, we
have like 4 or 5 players in that can play that position.
Yeah. Someone say what I'm saying is wrong. Most of the game we're playing, Lukaku will be touching less than 10 ball. 10 like Lukaku touching the entire game. Our main guy, the 100 million pound dude, is having the ball, is touching the ball during 90 minutes 10 times. It doesn't make any sense to me. Diego Costa.
It's because the link up play between the midfield and the striker. There was nothing. That's the difference. It's not like Lukaku. Lukaku's not Harry Kane where he drops in midfield. Like Lukaku stays up top. So that's actually more of the midfielder's job to get.
Then let me shock you. Then
Lukaku
Lukaku is not. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. Lukaku is not what we needed. If I can say that.
But it is. It's just bad. I think it is what we needed. But the problem is that we have to work. The players haven't been worked enough around him. I don't know. I think he is the answer, but we just need to find, as Jem said, that chemistry between some of the players.
You can't.
It's true because we saw it. I think Tuchel. I think didn't he start Mount and Havertz like maybe 3 games in a row?
Yeah.
Didn't he started? He started them against Crystal Palace.
There was a bad patch.
There was a bad patch
with one of them, and he fixed it. But what he should have done,
he should have just stuck with it. Because look, I think there was parts of the game. I think when we saw against Liverpool, against the first 3 games that we played, we saw parts of the game where the link-up play was there, but it just wasn't. It was at 80% there. Just the kind of the key passes, the right movements. You need time. You know what I mean? Like, look, Lukaku and Martinez, their partnership at Inter was so good, but it didn't only happen in a month. Actually, Martinez was the first starter striker, and then Lukaku came in. So it actually does take some time for players, especially in attacking phase, to kind of link up with the chemistry. And look, Chelsea for a good couple of years, we didn't really have a kind of striker like Lukaku. So I think the players need to actually adapt to Lukaku, not Lukaku adapting to the team. I think because look, last year we didn't really play with a striker. We had a striker, but we didn't really have a striker. We had Havertz, who's like more of a midfielder, I say, and then Werner isn't like an inside forward. So we didn't have this kind of player. So maybe I think the players like Ziyech, like Mount, like Havertz, like Werner, have to actually change their game to link up with Lukaku. I think that's the main aim.
Candido. That's my problem.
I don't think
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
That's my
I think they can.
No. I think you guys. We miss. The thing is, our forward players, they don't like to pass. Let's be honest. They hold on to the ball too long.
No, I don't
Check it. They hold on to the ball too long. They touch the ball 2-3 times rather than one pass. Havertz doesn't release a ball. Let's be honest. Ziyech doesn't release a ball after one touch. They don't.
No, they do.
Do you know what? Can I just say something, guys? I am so disappointed.
What do you mean by they don't release the ball? You cannot play one touch.
No, what I mean, like if you watch City play, the only player that hold on to the ball is Jack Grealish. Now, everybody else move it quick. Even Liverpool, Mo Salah is the only one. Mo Salah is the only one that hold on to the ball.
Can you play one touch? Can you play one touch with Lukaku?
You can't. That's his game. That's what Inter does. That's everywhere he goes.
Mo, can I just coming in, right? I think I'm so disappointed with Havertz because when we got him for 72 million, I thought he's that kind of player like Grealish holding the ball and opening things up.
But he's 21, man. He's 21. Like, you can't
forget that. I'll tell you.
What? Say that again, mate.
One second. I'll tell you a stat about Havertz, just so that you actually understand this. At Bayer Leverkusen, he's always been a slow burner at the beginning of seasons. It's his second half of his seasons where, if you look at his stats, he starts playing well. That's something that he needs to improve on. I get that. That might be a problem when you're spending that money. I agree with Alex. He is still very young. So we need to understand that the players that we've brought in, barring Ziyech, are still raw young players. Even Mason Mount. All these players are still blooming young. Yeah, so they're still going to have inconsistencies in their performances, which will happen. It's normal. I get that. What is an issue is when you've got a system like Tuchel's got, and they're not able to actually attain or become useful to it, or at least to give their ability. Their ability to
let Jim finish. I want to respond to Jim. Carry on, man. Carry on, Jim.
Use their ability to be helpful for the system that we're playing in. And the problem we've got at the moment, like I keep saying to you, it's like we're trying to fight. The issue we've got is that we need to give them time to gel together, and that won't happen unless you give them time and you play them together consistently. We need to see that. If we don't see that, then we won't know. And if they don't, and they don't pull their weight and they can't adapt to the system, i.e. Ziyech, Werner, whoever it is, Then you get rid of them and you bring in someone else. That's what Chelsea will do. That is it.
All right,
I
listen.
have to see something to let them.
Wait. Listen. I agree and disagree with Jim at the same time. I agree that this is something that's going to take time and it's going to develop. And these players are still, barring Ziyech, they're all pretty young and pretty new. My issue is this. The problem becomes end of the season, when they've been here for a couple of seasons and they still haven't gelled, they still haven't progressed. Is that on them or is that on the manager? Jim.
What if they're not rested? If you're saying if they haven't gelled?
No. If they haven't built that chemistry and they haven't gelled together, is that on them or is that on the manager?
I think it's a bit of both. In my opinion, I think when they get given the opportunity, they need to take their chances. But at the same time, you need to be given, like I keep saying, time to build a relationship, especially if there's not one there. So it's like if Tuchel's not playing them consistently and he keeps switching them.
Guys, mute your mics when you're not talking, please. Mute your mics when you're not talking. I can't hear Jim.
If they keep switching the individual and don't allow them to build up that connection between them, then you have to start looking at Tuchel and think to yourself, why, if you don't consistently give them the time to mix, to mould, even when they have a bad game, then how are we going to know whether or not they're going to be for us for the long run? Do you know what I mean? So that's the only thing I would say to it. But yes and no is the answer to that, I'd say.
All right.
I think they have enough game. I think Lukaku and whoever we put around them, they have enough game to show some chemistry. If they are not showing it, Tuchel need to fix it. I don't know. Tuchel need to make those hard decisions. And Mark said it before, to sometime bench Lukaku. Look, like the whole premise that the entire Chelsea team that won the Champions League without Lukaku has to adapt completely to Lukaku is the thing that is completely unbalanced our team. So what if we ask Lukaku to do a little more to adapt his game to ours, and so we can slowly progress into his way of playing?
None of them should be adapting to us or us adapting to Lukaku.
Oh no, yeah,
we have to be adapting to the system.
The system works. The system was working. The system, we already know the system.
But no, boogeyman. The system doesn't work. The system doesn't work.
The system win at the Champions League.
No. Yes, but we're creating 20 chances and converting 1 or converting 0. That system wasn't working. Now the system has changed. You see, there is. I'm still getting feedback, guys. Please mute yourselves, guys. I think it might be Bobby. Yeah, it was Bobby. Bobby, please. I'm getting a lot of background noise from your end. Boogeyman, listen. The issue is this. We sold Giroud, Tammy Abraham, Batshuayi, what's his name? Almondo is out on loan. We don't have those strikers anymore.
None of them started in the Champions League final or semi-final.
They were part of the system. Tammy Abraham, Olivier Giroud, they were part of the system, and those guys were backups to the squad, so they are all part of the system. The point I'm trying to make is this. Now they are not here. We have brought in Lukaku. The system was creating X amount of chances, converting 0 amount of chances. Now the system has become a little bit more balanced because we are creating a few, but we are converting when we're creating. So we create 4 chances, we're converting 1. It's a better ratio. The problem is this. The system needs to be incorporated with the style of play, with the formation, with the players. And I go back and I say this. The players that are currently playing in the Tuchel system were not brought in for the Tuchel system. Therefore, Tuchel is having to adapt to those players, and those players are having to adapt to his system.
Which one is that player that are not adapted?
I'll tell you how. We have in our system a number of wingers. The Tuchel system does not incorporate wingers. It incorporates forwards, inverted forwards, attacking midfielders. We have a number of wingers. For example, Pulisic. For example, Callum. For example, Ziyech. For example, Timo Werner. If you want to call him a winger, you want to call him an inverted. But those players are in the team. We spent millions on them. But they are not suited for the Tuchel system. I guarantee you, had Tuchel had the transfer window that Lampard had, he would not have bought those players. He'd have bought different players to come in for his system. You see, and that's what I'm trying to say. And that's what I mean by adapting. When you say adapting,
I've just listened to Tuchel now, actually.
Sorry. Go on, Bobby.
We'll go Bobby, and then we'll go Alex.
He without letting off, too much information as to what he's going to do. His interview was very interesting. He seems to, or what I decipher from it, is that he's going to go for intensity. He seems very versed in Juve and the players, which is a good thing. They fielded practically everybody we expected them to field, and they've got a good team out there. But I think Tuchel's going to play them the Premier League way. From what I've figured from what he said, he hasn't exactly said that. He wouldn't exactly say that, but he looks a confident man.
If we do that, then they're in trouble. If we do that, then Juventus are in trouble. Go on, Alex.
No, I was just saying, this is only one of the first times that Thomas Tuchel plays in this formation. So I don't think that the system would be maybe his system if he had different play. I think he's adapted to the squad.
So, Alex, just 1 second. Are you saying that the 3-4-3 formation is new for Tuchel? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's not yet. If in recent history, he's not really always played that formation. He hasn't.
Okay, sure.
But some part of a system is a system, but I think it's been a bit of both. I think he's had to adapt to the players that he's had. He was given a job in January, and he decided to go with that style. But I think he's also had to adapt, same as the players to adapt. So it's a bit of in between. I think some of the players have to adapt, but I think Thomas Tuchel. We don't know if we had brought in Tuchel before Lampard, we don't know. Maybe the team we would be playing for the back. I think he's actually he's had to adapt to the squad that we've had. With the players that we have in our team, I think he's adapted that formation. I don't think he came into Chelsea and said, I want to play this formation. If you see what I mean, I think he's actually maybe changed his ways of doing to fit the players' capabilities.
I'm going to go. Big up to everyone, yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Good evening. Mo, don't you do so? Look, I'm talking ifs and buts, but don't you think if maybe Thomas Tuchel had come in before Lampard, would we have seen a forward the back with Thomas Tuchel, because that's what he's always had done. He's never rarely played a three at the back formation.
You're making a fantastic point. And I agree with you. You see, the thing is this: Tuchel didn't change though. You see, Tuchel came in, used that formation because he had to address some of the errors that were in our team under Lampard, leaking goals, not creating chances, not converting chances. So he wanted to address those errors, and that's why he went with that formation, which was perfectly fine, and we won the Champions League with that formation. But then, why doesn't he go back to what he's known for, what he's used to, which is a more of a 4-3-3 type of setup, which is what he's used in the past. And I want to bring in Couch Cutty, because we've only got 10 more minutes on the stream, so I'll give everyone a couple of minutes each. Go on, Couch.
Yeah, just wanted to quickly say, and I agree with you, Alex. It's basically a fundamental thing. We have this team assembled that has been a mismatched team, different managers coming in wanting a different shape. Yeah. The style of play, and he's got a mismatched squad. But at the same time, the problem that we're encountering right now is trying to find a way to work with Lukaku, who was his purchase. So he's got to find a way. This is why I agree with Boogeyman. It's more than just a squad adapting to him adapting to the squad. Tuchel brought him in, so we have to find a way to work with Lukaku. Either he works within the shape, or Tuchel finds a different shape to play in, because it's just currently right now we look like we're not quite, the chemistry is just not quite there yet, and he has to see that. So I'm of the agreement with Boogie on the point where he's not fitting the system right now, and it's on Tuchel to make that happen. Whether or not that happens whether or not it's supposed to happen instantaneously, whether or not we need more time, whether or not we get into December and we start seeing this team gel, is something completely different. But as of right now, we're not seeing that.
I think, it's a job between the players and the managers, a bit of both. I think, I understand that Lukaku could change his game, but when you bring a player like Lukaku, you usually would try and adapt to his game for him to benefit us, to get us plus 30 goals a season from him. So if he adapts to our game and he doesn't get as many goals, isn't that a problem for us? So actually, maybe we should adapt more to his game, but still have our style. So yeah, we need to find an in between. We need to find a mean between him and how we used to play before. Because if not, if we just try and add in this player like Lukaku into our style, maybe he doesn't get all those goals and he doesn't actually perform like he has. So we need to find a balance. I think we haven't found that yet. But it's early. It is early in the season. It is still early.
Like Alex said, it is early. I mean, we just kind of getting
but
frustrated.
Look, but I like our frustration because this shows us that we want the best for our team. So it's important, just we are talking like champions, we are talking, we want the best for our team. And at the moment we're not there yet, but yeah, it's early. I think it's early days still to
just to add something, and then I won't talk anymore. It's just the fact that someone said, "Yo, Couch, why are you laughing, man?" I say I won't talk anymore, and I'm in it.
That's what made me laugh, man. It's funny.
Listen, Alex said, if we bring Lukaku to adapt to our system, we may just not get all the goal that were promised or whatever we were expected from him, which is a valid point. But at the same time, but at Chelsea trying to adapt to Lukaku. Guess what? What did we say about Ziyech? Ziyech is not good enough. Who else? Mount is not producing enough. So for some reason, our line trying to adapt to Lukaku is having other impact on our major players. So look, Tuchel has to find a perfect balance. So we don't want to lose Ziyech, Mount, or maybe even how do you call it? When CP10 come in, he may not play good because of Lukaku not moving. Like Lukaku just not really. I don't know how to say that. He's not agile. He's not like how Werner used to be there making all those
static. He's a static striker.
Yeah, his weight is way static. Thank you. He's way static striker. Maybe CP10 may come and not do too much. Then we call CP3 is not level of Chelsea. So for some reason, I feel like at one point Tuchel need to just say, okay, Lukaku, do more. Then ask the Mount, okay, you have to do more. And also, instead of just we adapting to Lukaku, because at the end of the day, we're probably going to change all our wingers because Lukaku is not finding the ball, or we keep blaming other people. Where the problem? We know where it is. We have a system that worked last season for 6 months. Now we bought someone that cost £100 million, and the system is not working. Every first half we play, the system is not there. I'm not saying not working because we're still winning.
Okay, I mean, we hear you. I mean, we keep more or less saying the same thing. I think the key word I've heard from a lot of our conversation so far is it's early. For me personally, I've just spent time listening to Tuchel. I listened to a few others, and I switch off a lot of the commentary because I know they're going to talk a load of nonsense. But I'm not going to over analyze or over criticize a man that in half a season gave us the European Cup. I think just because he's going through a few little teething problems, I think there is an adaptation clearly needing to happen and clearly going on. It's fantastic that we have debate over these things. I really believe it is. But from my point of view, I think this man proverbially needs time to sort out this little hiccup, which only ever really kicked off after one game, which was against Man City. And I'm very, very interested to see what he's going to do today or tonight against Juventus, because that's going to tell us a lot. And it's going to tell us a lot about these individual players that we are pointing out, maybe rightly, maybe wrongly, but they've got some work to do tonight. And they're facing, they're playing among, some of the best players in the world. And today we're going to see what they're about again. But for me to overjudge Tuchel at this point, with this new thing he's trying to do, and the fact that Chelsea being so successful has put a target on their back, and everybody wants to beat us just that bit more and have studied us just that bit more. And the tactical challenge is just that bit more. I just think I'll give him time. He's done it before, and I think he's going to do it again.
Lads, we've got 3 minutes
Okay,
before we end the stream.
Sorry,
Mo. We've got 3 minutes before we end the stream. I want to go around the board. Now you've seen both lineups. Give me your predictions. Start with you, Mo.
3-0 Chelsea.
Confidence. Kasim.
2-1 Chelsea.
Boogeyman.
2-0 Chelsea.
Max said 1-1. Max, you still sticking with 1-1? Max Byrne.
Oh.
Max Byrne is away. Bobby doesn't do predictions. Are you gonna change? Or are you gonna give us a prediction, Bobby?
No, I don't do predictions, but I'm not shy. I think we're going to win tonight.
All right, brilliant. Couch critic Dennis, let me hear it.
1-0.
1-0. Yeah, I'm sticking with that as well. I'm sticking with 1-0. There's a lot of people predicting that we're going to concede a goal. I'd love this to happen tonight. So we'll see.
I take 2-1 more. I just take the 3 point, mate.
1-0 is enough for me. 1-0
Okay, fair enough.
Yo, Kasim is not looking good. What's kind of, yo, drink some water, man. You look so stressed out, man.
I only stressed before the game, man. I don't want to lose tonight. Okay, man.
He's going back to work in 2 days, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Listen, people, if you want to see Juventus lose and Chelsea win, hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes before the end of the stream. We literally have 2 minutes left. 120 seconds before I conclude the stream. Let's hit what is it that I need? I need 31 likes. 31 likes, lads. And people, we didn't hit 8,000 subscribers before the kickoff. Let me see how close I got to it. Give me a second. I'm going to check to see how close we are. It's not loading enough. Why isn't it loading enough? Okay. We are 43 subscribers away from 8,000. So hopefully, we'll get that in the next day or so. People, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching the stream. I might actually do this on a regular, post-match, Champions of Europe, post-match streams. Lads, let's go.
Did you write it out yourself? It looked like you used your pencil there.
Nah, man, it's a live thing. Man.
Official club merch, bro.
It's official, man. It's official thing, you know what I mean?
Yo, respect, man, respect.
All right, people, we will not be doing a post-match tonight. The post-match will be tomorrow. So we're going to watch the game. We're going to soak it all in. We're going to enjoy it. And then we're going to talk about it tomorrow evening. Have a great day, lads. Best of luck to Chelsea.
All the best. Good luck.
Take care, lads.
Take
Peace
care.
out.